How we doing today, guys? Welcome back to Rustic Rimfire 22. Alright guys, what we're looking at here is my 1965 Anschutz, Savage Anschutz, match 64. Finally got it to be able to shoot, I think, or I'm hoping. Got a Weaver Micro Track straight 4-power. This is a K4-1. They were made early 60s to I think early 80s, like 83, 84. There's the year, 1965. 22 long rifle. It's a Savage Anschutz match 64. West Germany is where it was made. But I'm hoping I got everything good on it. Just be able to shoot. What we're doing is there's our 50, and out there is 100. I'm going to have this this camera on so we can see the target, or so I can see the target, so can you guys, but I need to be able to see the impacts. That's why I don't have it downrange. So, but we're going to be sitting on a Sinclair bipod, PQP rear rest. I do have my Garmin out so I can chrono the numbers. I just started shooting this thing. This is not the scope that I intended to put on it. All right, guys. Like I said, that's this is not the scope I intended to put on it. This is only on there just to shoot Mike's challenge. This is this 100-yard vintage rifle optic challenge. We're going to be shooting that down there at the 100 with some SK long range match. Like I said, I got this camera here running, so we'll be able to see the target, see the impacts, and so I can see the impacts. I tried putting the camera down there, and I can't see it well enough with this straight 4-power to see where my impacts are. So I figure we'll just keep this up here, but figured I'd also have the camera behind me a little bit. That way you can actually see that I'm shooting to 100 and 50. Everybody always just puts the camera to them, and you know, something different. That way you can see that I'm actually shooting to 100 instead of having the camera down there and showing the target and then you can't see nothing. So keep it honest, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like No Pro said, you gotta be able to see 50, want to see 100. Well, I try to show you guys 50 at when I'm shooting targets at 50. You can see it both cameras all the time. Now you can see 100 all the time. But anyway, like I said, so we got a target hung up down there already, and we're shooting the match 64 4-power Weaver. Gonna chronograph it. This has been sitting here well over an hour now. I did take probably 4 shots just to verify zero a little bit, and I had cleaned the barrel. So after we got done working on it and make sure there was no metal shavings or anything like that, so I just wanted to make sure that the barrel was seasoned a little bit anyway, and you know, we were close with the scope, because I just took this off my shotgun for deer season. So it's been on my deer my 12 gauge probably 28 years now, 30 years. So it's an old timer, but it still works. I've taken a lot of deer with it. So all right, let's go ahead and get this camera started. And I'm going to apologize because I know this is not going to look very clean or clear. This is not the best scope to try to see 100 yards, especially with all that mirage down there. So, but we're going to see what we can do. All right. This is a single feed, so this is going to take a minute. And I believe he said we got 10 minutes. So I'm just going to watch the timer on this phone right here. Looks like I got about 10 seconds before my minute starts, or before the 10 minutes starts. We're at 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 1 minute. So at 11 minutes, my 10 minutes is up. Guess I should have made sure it was on target before my time started. Oh well. All right. That's not good. Missed the first one altogether. All right, here we go. Number 2. Uh-oh. That's one thing I don't like about this thing. I think I need to, I put a new firing pin in it. But I think I might have made it a little too short. They don't make the old style one. You got to use the new style, and you got to shorten it up a little bit. In between, there's a little nub there you got to cut off. Now the wind's blowing to the left. There we go. That's 2. Three. Four. I guess I don't have to count it. My countergraph's counting. We are at coming up on 3 minutes. At 6. 7. 8. Right? Yeah. 9. One more. We are almost to 4 minutes. Ooh, that one went a little high, I think. Yep, that was me. I jerked the trigger. All right, well, we're done in 4 minutes and just under 30 seconds. It don't look too bad. Looks like you got a pretty good group other than that one out there. That was my bad on the one out to the right. So, but let me go grab this up down there and get it back up here. We'll take a look at it. All right, guys. Let me grab the target up. Had that one. That was my bad. I pulled that and I didn't even have it. I wasn't even ready for it yet. But so we got 1 in the 9, 2 in the 9, 3 in the 9, and everything else. These 4 were in the 10 ring. Okay. Got 1X and then a 10 ring, which gives us 87 minus our 2 points for missing the target altogether. Gets us to 85. Rustic Rimfire, Savage Anschutz, 1965, I guess. I should have put that on there, doesn't matter. Weaver K4-1 Microtrack Scope. Score is 85. So anyway, yep, fun target. Gotta take a break here for a little bit. I'm gonna let it cool off. Wife just said it was dinner time, so better get in there before I get yelled at. But definitely a fun target. Glad I got my Anschutz back. I'm glad it's working. Probably 2 weeks ago, I'll be honest with you guys, I wouldn't have been able to hit that piece of paper. I don't know if I'd have hit that target at 50 yards. Took it to a gentleman. He worked on putting a new crown on it, and if anything, I think it made it worse. So at that point, I was looking for a barrel. Just they're expensive. So at that point, I figured I didn't have nothing to lose. So I seen Cyclops here a few weeks back do a little homemade modification to one of his with I think he said a drywall screw or a wood screw of some sort. Well, I went ahead and took a stone that's tapered and put it in the drill with some little bit of oil and went at it real easy and slow and took out where it looked like the gentleman that did the work to it. I'm not going to say name on it, but looked like he basically took a drill bit and just touched it a few times and got in there, and it was terrible. It didn't work. So nevertheless, I hit it with that stone and went down past where it looked like he had drilled and made sure it was nice and level and smooth. I took a little bit of emery cloth, or not emery cloth, Scotch Brite, and Scotch Brited it and smoothed it all out real good and cleaned the barrel back out, got everything all straightened out. And what you just seen is the second round. Those are probably, those that make 30 shots through it since I've put it back together, and it's just working. Especially for a straight fixed power four power scope. I am not complaining. Now, like I said, that's not the scope that was intended to go on it. Once I get done with this target, it's coming off. It's getting a target scope put on it, and we're going to get after date range, 100-yard stretch it out challenge. I think this thing will, after seeing that group right there with the parallax, and this thing is terrible. And I'm pretty sure that's what happened with this outlier right here. Because as soon as I moved my head, the crosshairs came right back over here. But we'll I'm gonna take another run at this. Probably, like I said, probably about an hour. I'm gonna let this cool off. Got the bolt open, get some air in there, get this barrel cooled down. It's not too terribly hot out, so we're gonna try it one more time, and then it's getting another optic put on, and we're gonna get on that day at the range challenge. So, but anyway, I appreciate Mike over at MN's Shooting Sports getting me that target. It's fun. I like doing these 100-yard challenges. I just needed something to do them with. And I've been saving this to do 100 yards. That's why I was really depressed when I wouldn't do it. I'm super happy that it's come around, and first ammunition that I've tried, it was getting the job done. So, but anyway, like I said, I gotta get in the house here, guys. Hope you're having a good weekend. Get out and shoot. Be safe. We'll catch you next time.